and like the footprints, like the path just stays to these stairwells. Like it doesn't stray off to the other rooms. Like it's like he goes up and down, and it leads.
I mean, I'm gonna check the stairwell.
Okay. For traps and junk, or
for everything and anything, and I'll like elaborate on that in just a moment.
I'll be walking behind him in AR to see if I can see any icons of anything special. Anything that stands out to me.
Alright, I got 3 hits. Just looking around the stairwell. And basically that's... I'm looking for traps. I'm looking for... I mean, I would say largely tripwires or anything where the floor looks uneven. Not necessarily a trap, but just because the building's condemned. I don't know how damaged, like, the structure is. In addition... I'm looking for things to confirm my hypothesis that, you know, this is a den for drug users. I'm looking for, like, used syringes or, like, burnt out BTLs on the ground. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm looking for any signs of traffic because...
Inhaler.
If I'm not seeing any of that in this, like, primo location, then I'm thinking it's a trap. Like, why is this building not in use? Like, why is no one here except for the one person we're looking for? Like, this is a setup.
I'm looking for traps and watching for escape routes.
How much did you get?
5.
You don't see any traps. Like, as you're going up, you're being careful, and, like, there's no tripwires or anything like that. Like, you can see, like, past use of, like, hardiness here. But, like I said, everything still just has, like, a fine layer of dust on it. Like, anybody who might have used this place as, like, a drug den hasn't in a while. And, I mean, the building itself, I mean, it's a condemned building, so, like, there's cracks in the wall. Like, the stairs might be a little uneven, but, like, it's not ready to fall down. It's just not, you know, safe to live in full time. Like, there's probably asbestos in the walls. But as you cautiously make your way up, like you get to the top floor, and there's a door where it looks like it's leading out to the roof, like a roof entrance.
Is there a fire escape on this building that I've noticed?
Yeah, there's probably a fire escape.
Would you like to go up the fire escape or let me do it?
You can go up the fire escape.
So you're going back outside the building? And
I presume there's a way to get on it from this floor.
Yeah, if you go into one of the rooms and go out the window.
Okay. I'll go that, and I'll go up to the roof as they go up to the roof, so that way we're at least flanking the thing.
Okay.
If there's anything up here.
This place is kind of spooky, Doc.
I mean, it's dirty.
It's like it's so quiet.
It's that too.
I don't like it.
Okay, when you get up to the roof, roll me perception, I guess. And when you breach the door, I guess you roll perception too.
You're
Pigeons.
very attentive.
There's a coop. There's a pigeon coop up here. And they are just kind of fluttering about, cooing. Like, I mean, there's poop on the ground, but it's not like a collected, like, thick layer of it. Somebody's obviously, like, upkeeping this place. There's bird feed in the bag, and, like, they have their own little area to be. They are free to come and go as they want. They're not locked in there or anything like that. And, like, they get kind of agitated when you pop up over the side. And, yeah, when you get out there, you see the pigeon coop, the fat and happy pigeons, and you see a little shack, like a little shack made out of, like, tin siding, just kind of cobbled together on this rooftop, not too far away from the pigeon coop. Like, it's very, very small, like somebody just kind of threw it together with what they could get to just have a little place to be on top of this roof.
Okay. I'm gonna go knock on the shack.
I'll go to the side of the shack.
I mean,
my taser.
He casually walks up to the shack and raps on the aluminum siding.
Yeah, but Tim's is listening to Secret Agent Man.
I just put my fingers on his gun and lower it down gently.
His
like
taser?
Yeah, like Gently lowering it
There's
down.
no answer.
All right. He's gonna open up the door.
It opens.
All right. What am I looking at inside? Can I ride the 8?
Yeah, you can ride the 8.
What a ride.
Inside is, it looks like just a very, very minimalistic little place that somebody's living. Like there's a cot, right? And like there's like a box kind of piled to the side. There's
What's in the box?
it's just like a crate box.
But what's
So
inside the box?
nothing's in it. It's
No,
just a crate.
it's being used as like a
table?
desk. Yeah.
What's on the desk?
Let me finish. Good goddamn. So on this box is like this old computer. Like it looks like it's a couple decades old. Like it's
Like, not even worth spare parts at this
yeah,
point.
and it's running just on a wing and a prayer right now. And yeah, on this wall is just pictures of Crystal. Like some are candid photographs, like of her coming and going from hotels or venues or something like that, getting in and out of cars, like pictures that a PI would take, but he's taking them, you can assume. There's a printed thing of tour dates, and like dates are crossed off, the ones that have already happened. There's like memorabilia, there's just a bunch of like crystal rocks just kind of taped up on these walls.
I mean, all right. Well, now I'm gonna start testing my theories.
Okay.
So, the first one was that this guy was a human trafficker, and he wanted this person back. Well, it seems like he's a little over the top obsessed with Crystal. Like, there's no pictures of other women or girls here. Like, there's no other targets. All of this is directed right at Crystal. So I'm willing to scrap the human trafficker idea.
Probably a good call.
So that leaves us with him supplying the drugs or him being a conspiracy theorist. Do I see any evidence of drugs or drug use or drug paraphernalia?
Yes, you do. Yeah, you do. There's a little box of just, you name it, it's in there.
Okay. So, again, that's very possible. He could be...
What kind of quantity are we talking, though? We're talking a lot of variety, but like what kind of quantity?
Enough to last somebody a good while.
Okay, so enough to possibly be trafficking.
It's more than a roach.
Yeah.
So, okay, that meets his criteria. And then it was tinfoil hat conspiracy theory, and based on this level of obsession, that's still a possibility. So, Tim's,
Yeah?
what can you do with that tech over there?
Let me see.
I like,
I'm gonna hack that computer.
we both just kind of look at him and go, do the computer thing.
I'll try.
Okay.
Watch my back, guys.
Do you just try and see what you can do without plugging into it, or are you just...
Oh, I'm gonna plug into it. I got
Okay,
that jack.
Alright, so you kind of settle yourself down and you conk out.
Yeah.
Before he does that,
Please
I
give me
presume
a
we
pillow.
go to... Are there 2 entrances to the building?
Just one in this little shack.
Okay.
Like,
No, I mean to the
it's-
building.
Oh, to the building? Yeah, they'd be a front and a back.
You watch over the back, I watch front. See if he comes inside.
From the roof looking down?
Yeah, just stand, lean over and look. Or I could go downstairs and look. And watch out. It's up to you.
I mean, sure, he was just going to stand outside the shack, because if this guy shows up, like, yeah, there's going to be Shadowrunners here, but it's also like, he's not going to make any aggressive moves, he's not looking to fight him or anything, it's just kind of like, hey. Like, literally taking the Tim's approach.
Yeah.
So,
Hey.
Yeah, it's probably a good move because y'all barely fit in this little tiny
Yeah.
rinky-dink shack in the first place.
So, like, is it like a box that comes up out of the roof? Or like one of those slope things for where the stairs come up?
It's like one of those slope things, yeah.
I'm gonna go sit on the back of the slope thing and just relax.
Okay.
Because I'm fucking useless with the computer. And if I'll hear him coming up the stairs, so...
Alright, so we'll do hack on the fly, which is neat because you just increased my
I
sleeves.
sure did. How many?
4.
Oh yeah, this is a very old school thing. Like, you were ready for like a little bit of a fight. This guy doesn't even have password protection on his computer. Like,
Is the password?
It's 12345 6.
Damn.
Welcome one.
Damn, son.
So yeah, you get on, and what are you looking for?
What does he have up? Like, what's he been working on? Are there any documents? Like,
There is,
I'll check recent activity.
okay. Recent activity, you would see, when you pull it up, there is a tracking software.
Okay.
You see, like, there's a map of, like, a block of Seattle, and you see, like, a little red blinking light, and you recognize that little red blinking light to be in the Waldorf Astoria.
Okay.
So you know, you can assume that this is a tracking device that might be somewhere in or around Crystal. There's a document open about, like, just recent sightings of Crystal, like, fan pages, almost, like, on the internet of, like,
Okay.
recent sightings of Crystal, where, like, she might be, or going to be, like, cons or something.
So it's like her schedule.
Yeah, like, but fan, like, theories on what her schedule might be. And then there's another page that has, like, her tour dates and, like, where she's gonna be, and he's got travel information for, like, going to, like, when she leaves Seattle, if he can't do what he needs to do here, like, he has travel information ready for when he needs to follow this girl.
Okay. Damn.
You'll see, like, when you close, like, when you minimize all of that, you'll see a couple folders. Like, there's, like, a computer folder, and, like, there's a folder labeled stuff.
Okay, I'll look at them.
The first image file is, it looks like a scan of a magazine, and the little, like, footer of it says, it's Free Edge, and you might not know it, so, actually, I don't think any of you know it, so if you do a quick, like, Google of it, I'm not even gonna make you roll, you'll find that that's a runner magazine, like, it's a zine, like, it's a, like, an underground magazine about different people, or, like, up-and-coming running groups, or people who pull off, like, really good jobs.
So it's like for Johnson's.
And other runners. Like, it's, because, like, running is, like, a stylized life in and of itself. Like, there's people who, they want to know who's on the up and up and all of that. So, this is a particular article about a team that kind of tongue-in-cheek named themselves Team McFucko. And when you're reading about it, it doesn't have any pictures on this article, but it goes through, like, the different, like, it almost has, like, personality profiles of them, and, like, they break it down, like, saying, like, yeah, these guys were the hottest shit, like, 5 years ago, where are they now? And you can see that this article is dated about 3 years ago, or, excuse me, about a year ago.
Save.
Okay, you save it to your stuff. As you're going through it, like, it's about this team. There's a woman orc, who's said to just wear, like, really thick armor. She's albino and, like, got the white hair, and she has, like, she uses, like, a heavy bolt gun and a flamethrower, and she goes by the runner named Big Sis.
Okay.
There's a tech head who's more tech than head, and his girlfriend, who is also more tech than girl, who just kind of tag team, like, the techie side of things, and he can throw a punch, and they just go by Dominique and Reinhardt.
Makes me so happy.
And then there's Chemdog. He's the de facto leader of this little group of misfits. And Chemdog is just a bruiser of a man. Like, he can throw down with the biggest and the best of them. Like, he can go toe-to-toe with a troll, they say. And then there's Catapult, who just is, she's the mage of the group. Like, she doesn't really say much, and she doesn't really do too much. But, like, when she hits, she can hit hard, because that's how mages are.
Okay.
And it's just going on about how, like, this group was just really, really great, and then, like, there's this one run that just went really bad, and nobody knew what happened to them afterwards.
There's no photos attached?
If you keep digging,
I got time.
Yeah, if you keep digging, you'll see, like, buried in, like, a folder, in a subfolder, in another subfolder, there is a picture.
Okay.
And when you pull it up, it's kind of blurry, but you can see it well enough to get it. And you see, like, this big orc in, like, this thick metal armor, and she's got, like, this annoyed look on her face. And you see this guy, and he's got, like, this cyber arm, and this girl whose face is almost, like, completely just cyber on one side of her, and, like, he's got his arm around her waist, and she's just kind of, like, looking off, like, not paying attention to the camera. And then kind of, like, next to them is, you recognize him from the video. He's younger, not as rough off, and he's just kind of sitting on the tail end of a car. And sitting next to him is Catapult, and she looks really, really familiar. And you increase the picture size, and you
Enhance.
Zoom and enhance.
Zoom, enhance. Like, if you didn't know any better, it's a brunette crystal.
Copy.
So you copy it.
And I'll send that and the article to the other two via their comms.
So we enjoy some light reading.
Yeah. I'm still slumped over. If there's anything else of use, I'll dig around for a while.
On my computer, no. But why are you kind of sticking around in the shacky shack, Jack?
No, I was exterior to the shack.
Okay.
Shack.
Yeah, no, because
In shack, out of shack, behind the stairs.
You're actively keeping a lookout?
I'm laying on the stairwell, on the back of the stairwell. I'm listening.
Okay.
But I'm not. I'm like looking over the thing. Because he can't really like stick his head down there or anything. He doesn't want to get caught.
Yeah. So.
I can't imagine a dude who's like 6'6", jacked out of his mind is too sneaky.
No, and he's not. So yeah, you would hear footsteps
Knock
coming
knock.
up.
Knock knock. We have visitor.
Do you do anything when he says that? Do you?
I'm being chill.
Alright. So, Chemdog, as the article so named him, opens the door, and he... Hold on, let me see if he notices you guys.
How high is Chemdog?
Oh yeah, he notices you guys right away. And he kind of tenses. He sees you at, like, kind of outside his shack. And the door ajar, and he can kind of see inside that there's somebody in the shack. And he kind of looks like he's torn between straight up booking it or straight up smashing your head through his shack door. But he's just gonna kind of... It's like a Mexican standoff right now.
So, I'm gonna, like, leisurely walk up the back of this thing. So I'm standing, like, well above him, and I go, "Calm down, Mr. Dog. We're not here to hurt you.
Then why the fuck are you here?
We were sent to hurt you. We're not going to right now."
Apparently we're here to get your partner back. So what happened to the others?
He just kind of... That kind of, like, throws him for a loop, and he just looks at you. And, like, he then looks kind of past you at the shack, and he just goes, I knew I should have fucking put a lock on that.
With that computer, I don't think it would have worked.
Yeah. Did Mr. 2 hire you?
Yep.
Da.
Skeezy ass son of a bitch. Did he tell you I was crazy?
Da.
Yep. Alright, well, they're dead. I thought they were all dead. Do you want tea?
I'll text Tim's. Wake the fuck up.
You hear from the inside of the shack.
So, he's going to cautiously take a few steps forward, and like kind of like he's got like an eye behind him, and he's kind of watching you to make sure like y'all aren't going to try and jump him if he starts moving. And once he realizes, like, okay, we're being chill here, he'll walk in towards the shack. And he has, like, a little, like, portable tea kettle. And he'll put on some tea, and he's got, like, a little beat-up tin that he'll take out. And, like, he has a variety of, like, little cups that he kind of pulls from, like, another box. All mismatched, like, all, like, varying sizes. Like, obviously he's just living a very slapshod kind of life right here.
Because he's kind of a douche, instead of like hopping down or turning around and walking down the ramp, he does a flip.
Tim's is scared.
Tim's is scared.
He's afraid. This man is big and strong, and he's seen what he can do. And so Tim stands and hides behind Doctora with wobbly deer legs.
And that's the benefit of having guts, is I stand my ground.
He looks like Chemdog kind of like looks at you amused and almost like not endeared, but like he's seen the kind of skittish type before, and he's just like, he'll get used to it.
He is a fan of your work. He says it with a smirk.
Things got a little out of hand with that, so
Duh.
whoops. He'll hand out tea to Tim's, and
He waits till it's less hot.
it's a very delightful blend.
Oh.
He says that Big Sis, she loved her teas.
Oh.
So I'm guessing you found the stuff on us?
Yeah, pardon my French, but what the hell is going on?
Yeah, long story. So my old team McFuckup. I didn't pick the name. I wanted to go with Rick's Raiders, but Exist didn't like that. We got hired for, it was supposed to be an easy job. We were going to just be transporting a package from point A to point B. But it was a setup, and we did not stand. It was, they all died. Like, I almost died. Like, I thought everybody was dead. Like,
Oh.
I don't, like, this was 2 years ago, and I just kind of kept to myself. I got out of the Shadowrunning scene for a few jobs here or there just to keep money flowing, but not with any team. I couldn't do that again. And then I saw her. She just came out of nowhere. Like, she was dead. Karen was dead. And there she is, singing that shit.
It's not that bad.
If you knew her, it's not her. It's not her at all. No.
Maybe it is new her. You changed who you are.
Except we've established that she's been performing while drugged. That she's, the one time we met her, she was also drugged.
Did she often use drugs?
No, not my kitty. No. He kind of gestures to, like, the injection ports that are, like, lining his back, and he's just like, I'm the one who's been using. She was never her. It screwed with her powers. Like, she did not trust herself on anything more than deep weed.
Powers?
Yeah, she's, you know.
He like goes through the day and she's the mage.
Yeah, Catapult is what she used to go by. Because she used to just fling shit. It was hilarious. I loved it.
So it sounds like Mr. 2 is keeping her sedated with the drugs.
That was my guess. Like, when I saw her, like, I thought it was just my mind playing tricks on me. Because there's no way that it could have been her, right? Like, so I went there and I tried to talk to her, and she didn't remember me. Like, but, like, she was drugged up to her eyeballs, but, like, it was her. It was her. I know it's her.
They look very similar.
They do. And Mr. 2 is the one who hired us for that job. He set us up. I know he did. I don't know Why? I don't know why, but that doesn't matter anymore. They're dead, but she's not, and I can still get her back.
So, Mr. 2 ordered you guys to do a job that went horribly wrong, and now he's got crystal rocks, which looks remarkably similar to catapult.
Yeah.
What should we do, guys?
Well, let's have a conversation privately for a moment.
Okay.
So we move away from Chem Dog,
We'll be back.
and
Okay.
this is the situation as I see it. We again have options in front of us of we were hired to do a job for 5,000 new yen apiece, or based on the evidence that's become available, we know that he's not crazy. The tinfoil hat theory
It's just a
turned
normal
out
hat.
yeah, it's a normal hat theory. It turned out to be true. And it's very possible that crystal rocks is indeed catapult being drugged or some other way manipulated to be this pop star and to perform. We could help Chemdog and get her back. Possibly no financial gain. Or the third option, we wash our hands of this and we walk away, which is an unsatisfactory option, but it's still possible. We've established that Mr. 2's a scumbag, and we don't know what this guy has to offer us. If anything, it's not our problem.
It's not, but it's really shitty.
Yeah.
I think we should help.
They had a deal. Mr. Deuce fucked them. Fuck Mr. Deuce.
So really, we're just retribution.
There's
we're
also-
just desserts.
There's also if he was willing to screw them like that, who's to say he doesn't rob us?
You think he's going to pay us?
Hold on. What can you offer us?
Drugs?
Actually, no, I'm actually kind of running low. I wouldn't mind restocking some of my supplies.
I don't use drugs. You use drugs, doctor?
Can you just repeat that very slowly to yourself?
It hurts.
You've gotten so far in character, you can't find the way out anymore.
I can't.
I mean, worst case scenario, the drugs have some kind of street value where you guys can sell off your portions, or I can sell off your portions and just give you the new yen for it.
That's probably fair.
So we still get something out of this.
He can give you 5 doses of bliss each.
It's like $100.
Yup. He doesn't have a lot, fam.
Well, that's really not what it's about. I think we should help. I mean,
For the,
if you mess with
Like-
one Shadowrunner, you mess with all of us, right? That's how it works, right?
What if we make Mr. Deuce pay us?
How?
We make Mr. Deuce think he gets what he wants.
So we're doing it for the bliss.
okay.
Yeah, I guess.
And he's just like,
And good feelings.
Kendog, like, iterates that you don't need to help him. Like, he's going to do this regardless. But, like, this isn't your fight. He understands, like, Shadowrunners don't do shit just for fun.
I wasn't saying we do anything.
I'm technically barely a Shadowrunner.
Apparently we all have hearts of gold.
I like a fight as much as next man. But if I can avoid getting hurt and still get paid. What if we tell Mr. Deuce that he's dead? I'll explain this plan not in Russian.
Okay.
Because
I'm good either way.
what if we figure out what we need to do to prove that this guy's out of the way so we can